What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thank you for joining us out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation for another hour of news, nerdetry, friends, laughter, kind of a messy little... I'm glad you can't see around here. Welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Jason the X. I don't do this by myself, though. Over here, that's Ricardo.
USA!
And
USA!
yet another Hamilton
USA!
shirt. Is that his thing? And over here, finally, back... What? Who is this? It's Bryce.
I should be wearing a name tag. I've been absent for so long.
No kidding. I forgot who you are.
Who's this guy? I haven't seen him in months.
I know, right?
Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
This
Stranger
is true.
danger.
This is true.
Guys, I'm doing this show for the children.
For the kid, he's doing it for the kids. Everybody, he's doing it for the kids.
I'm doing it for illusion and glamour.
Well, it's
Won't
good
someone
to have
please think of the children?
you back finally. Maybe we'll get him on alternate heads now. We miss him over there too. Anyway, I'm running out of jokes to say where you are. But anyway, it was kind of a slow week for news-wise around here. But there may have been bigger things happening on Wednesday. I don't know.
USA!
But we got a couple things. I take it everybody has seen WandaVision so far.
Yes.
So good.
I was asking Ricardo before you got on. Can you imagine pitching this show 5 years ago? and not getting laughed out of the damn room? But, whoa. I mean, for the next big Disney Plus series, this thing is awesome.
It is wicked, and I'm so glad that we're getting to see something so offbeat that you would not have expected. This is the thing that you knew didn't existed, that did not exist, but you knew you needed. If you knew you needed it. Did I say that right? I don't think I said that right.
The thing that you didn't know you needed, but now you can't live without.
I can't wait for tonight's episode if it comes on tonight or tomorrow morning, whatever.
Ricardo, what about you, man?
I mean, I thought it was great. I loved all the little Easter eggs, like we talked a little bit before.
Just so many Easter eggs.
I love the fact that they filmed it in front of a live studio audience.
I know, right?
Or at least the indoor house parts, because I'm like, oh, that is legit, because that's old school right there.
I love seeing that Dick Van Dyke was assisting on some of the
consulting.
Yeah, the consulting on it, and had no idea about the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, he didn't know what Endgame was.
One of the biggest things of our world is not even on the radar of the great Dick Van Dyke. God, I still love the man. I still do. But seriously, this show is going to get wild, I think. Like, man, all these little things. We're definitely seeing Sword has been introduced, which is kind of my in my stories. But let
me ask you this: what popped you?
The whole concept of this popped me.
Was there anything specific that really made you go, oh?
I mean, there's all kinds of things. And without spoilers, these are things that are just in there. The beekeeper suit is clearly alluding to AIM. That's right. An AIM suit. That Sword that is contacting her, that are monitoring her. And we saw that division at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming with Nick Fury working with them. And also that was definitely Jimmy Woo that we heard from Ant-Man that was trying to talk to my stilt man fell over. That was trying to talk to Wanda through the radio or whatever. So I guess he graduated from FBI agent.
We saw him in one of the trailers for WandaVision.
Yeah, so I guess he graduated from FBI agent to, I don't know, something in the government. So I like
Sword
him
agent?
too. So bring it on. where is all this going to go? Where is this existing? A show that I have no idea where this show is going. And I like that. I'm finally in suspense, So, yeah. But also, Bryce, Star Trek Discovery. Wow, man. What an ending.
Yeah. Discovery's wonderful. I just want to say that the town show where they were all performing for everyone outdoors.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not spoiling it by saying they did a great job. I mean, just the comedy is just, they're so good at it. And I love the way they go. I love the way they go from comedy moments to, okay, I got to break out of comedy and tell you about this.
The acting from Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen is top notch in this series. If we're not done talking about WandaVision, I'm fine with that. The acting is wonderful, man. Because we've only seen Paul Bettany as Vision, and he's great as Vision, but really just seeing this serious expansion of his acting chops. If you have not seen him in anything besides the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you're really getting a treat right now. I love it. I love this show.
Go watch A Knight's Tale. If you haven't seen A Knight's Tale, go watch A Knight's Tale. Yeah, because he was awesome in that. So, okay, real quick. One thing that I popped myself because I made a connection to this and Kofi Kingston. Where's her accent?
Well, they talked about that in one of the movies. Vision was visiting her, and they said her
she still kind of had it in Infinity War and Endgame. It was kind of there, but it reminded me of that time when Triple H asked Kofi, aren't you Jamaican? Where's your accent? And I'm just kind of like, Wanda, where's your accent? Where's your Sokovian accent?
I'm waiting for, so if you're not on board with WandaVision yet, please get Disney Plus for this show. Like, a lot of people got Disney Plus for The Mandalorian. Get it for this show.
Okay, now here's your question.
Don't talk back.
What?
Yakety yak, don't talk back.
I'm just waiting until everything comes together and we're all just collectively doing the Leonardo DiCaprio meme of where we're just pointing at things like, ha, ha.
Okay, this is just off the top of my head. What are the chances we see Pietro?
Oh yeah. It's going to happen.
He comes back. That Quicksilver comes back.
I'm willing to bet it happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hoping he comes back because he was just in that. I know he had a contract for more than one movie, but you know how they say, like, oh yeah, he's in it for 3. Oh, guess what? Only one.
And even us saying that it's going to happen, it's still going to be shocking when it does.
Yeah.
So I am so on board with this show. Just, man. Ooh, and we're only getting into like what, 6 or 8 episodes?
Let me look that up. Hold up. Oh, please.
It's 8. It's 8, but
8.
Probably.
Yeah. Let's not overdo it, but yeah. We're probably going to talk about, probably by episode 8, we're just going to come on here and be like, did you see that? Did you see that? Are you seeing this?
I can't wait to see him in his original 80s costume that you.
Oh
that
God,
you would
I love those
in.
images. We've been talking about it for so long, and finally we get it. So, which I don't know the delay. We have Disney Plus. Let's just get on with this.
9 episodes total.
Oh,
so we have
awesome.
7 more weeks.
Every Friday, 8 weeks because we got 1 and 2 together. Okay, yeah.
So January 15th through March 5th.
Well, hopefully that bridges the gap until Falcon and Winter Soldier. So, because afterwards I'm gonna need more.
So if you want to stay up to 2 a.m. tonight, that's where you can catch the new WandaVision.
I do anyway. So yeah.
Isn't it great that these writers have come up with this comedy concept for 2 of the most serious acting individuals in the entire Marvel universe?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Seriously, imagine pitching this show at any point. 5 years ago, imagine trying to convince someone to make this show. No,
probably would not have happened.
All right, Paul, you're gonna be a robot that is brought back from the dead, but in a 50s sitcom. Go.
And I love the little thing to Bewitched when things went to color.
That was cool.
The opening was it was Bewitched. All right. The animation was just, it was adorable. Anyway, we'll see what happens because, that last one ended with a surprise. It just kind of happened out of nowhere. Fans of Marvel Comics are like, uh-oh. And I don't want to spoil, but if you read comics, you're probably like me. Ooh, that ain't good. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this thing like we normally do. We're gonna kick it off with some super cool nerd news. All right, so kicking off super cool nerd news, you might be wondering, okay, yeah, we are under a pandemic, but we've seen a trailer for a movie that where the hell is it? Top Gun Maverick, which was set to debut in June, and then got pushed back, and then got pushed back, and then got pushed back again, which is expected. You can't put a movie out in the theater, but people wonder, well, what about maybe a digital release? And Paramount has finally actually said something about it. The chances of seeing Maverick on the small screen, absolute zero. It is not going to happen.
Shoot.
According to a new report, Paramount was actually offered to sell it to some streaming services. They have flat out refused. Though audiences, let's see, are eager to see the movie. I'm trying to find the quote from the studio. But okay,
the studio's quote was probably something akin to Tom threw a hissy fit when we told him we might stream it, and he was jumping up and down on his couch and shouting obscenities, and we caved in.
The main reason, it's money. It is money. They want those box office receipts. Now, whereas people like Warner Brothers and HBO, yeah, they are doing the simultaneous releases, maybe like a couple days before in the theaters, and then putting it out to TV. They're still making some money from the theaters. Paramount does not have an in-play streaming service, nor do they want to partner with any of the other ones out there. They want all the money. So do not look for Top Gun to be released. And also, Rick was reporting the next Mission Impossible has been pushed back as well. This is
wrong. James Bond.
Oh, James Bond. Okay, sorry. Kind of the same thing. They want the money. They want normal box office receipts, and they're not going to release it until they're at least guaranteed they can get that money. So if you were hopeful that this movie might come to streaming services, you might as well pour some water on that fire, homeboy. It's not going to happen. So disappointing, yeah. I mean,
but understandable.
I wouldn't say understandable, because to me, that's just money that you're going to make. So I don't know. The movie.
Well, honestly, there are a lot of people who are going to be disappointed who have their home systems and their surround sound. They were probably looking forward to that. But I can certainly understand why a big action movie like that needs to be seen in a movie theater.
They want to make, and I understand they need to make their money back as well. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not going to happen. But, eventually, one day we'll all be sitting in theaters and I'll be telling you to shut up and get off your phone. Excuse me. So I don't like when people do that, but it'll happen. Just don't look for it to happen anytime soon. Disappointing, yes.
And for those wondering, No Time to Die got pushed from April 2nd all the way to October 8th. So we got another fall release for that film again.
Oh, here's hoping to better times. Anyway, Bryce, you've been away for a while. Give us a story. Yeah.
I understand Black Widow's been delayed quite a bit as well.
When will I ever get this movie? It's almost back to May when we were supposed to have it.
When Natasha says she's ready, that's when we'll get it.
When Uncle Disney says they're ready. Anyway, what you got for us this week, man?
Well, guys, would you like to see on HBO Max a return of your favorite Kevin Conroy voiced Batman?
Don't you play with me?
Yes.
Well, it is something that was talked about on Kevin Smith's podcast. He was asked by his podcast partner, "Do you know anything about this Batman series returning and continuing from the 90s? This epic the pinnacle of animation, BTAS. And Kevin Smith could not hide his emotions, and he could not hide the truth from his podcast partner or anyone watching the podcast. He said, yeah, I've known about this about a month, and he tried to hide it, but he couldn't hide it. And he said, they're talking about it, and it looks like it's going to be a real thing, that they're going to be reinvigorating this iconic series. Now, Conroy or Hamill have not made any statements regarding the show because, this is just something that Kevin Smith has talked about, and there's been no formal announcement. But, guys, it's been over 25 years since this show left the air, and if they're going to have Harley Quinn on HBO Max, and they're going to have all these other epic series that they've done between Superman and Justice League Unlimited and Young Justice and everything else, why wouldn't you want to bring that series back? And you could introduce all sorts of characters that have come up. Why wouldn't you want to bring in Nightwing? I know Nightwing was in the 3rd or 4th season also of the older series, but you could also. What do you think about, they could bring in any number of characters, Hush, they could do all sorts of things. Jason Todd.
I mean, the Batman the Animated Series is, like you said, the pinnacle of the Bat franchise, in my opinion. I love those episodes. Those episodes still stand up today. So, absolutely. Honestly, you mentioning that it could possibly coming back, don't play with my emotions, Bryce, because I mean they still sell comics of those characters. They still make action figures of those characters. I mean, it's still popular and still makes money. Is there any? I mean, this like you said, 25 years. Also, I'm old, and it still turns profit.
I'm sure it's brought a lot of eyes to HBO Max when it started streaming there. Not that it was unknown, an unknown commodity before HBO Max, but you got to believe that with BTAS, that's where Harley Quinn was invented. There was no Harley Quinn anywhere else in the world until BTAS invented her. If Bruce Timm is involved in this show and they get Kevin Conroy, then to me, they can pick up right where they left off. They can continue the series right there with, and we can even have longer story arcs versus self-contained episodes.
So a couple things. About 6 months ago, maybe, they came out with a BTAS comic book that's the continuation of where it left off.
They've been coming with those though. They've still.
So, but no, it was. This was like a. It wasn't like the episodes reimagined as comics. This is a legit continuation, and that starts with Red Hood. It was like a whole thing. I'll have to find a thing on it. Because I went there and they said and I asked one of my comic book guys. I'm like, what's this? And they're like, oh, it's like the canon continuation of BTAS. My only concern, well, a couple concerns. One is I need to have Bruce Timm and Paul Dini for sure come back, and Burnett, the 3 original guys that did the show. My other concern is some of the original cast members are no longer with us. Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., who was Alfred, Bob Hastings, who was Commissioner Gordon, and Michael Ansara, who was Mr. Freeze. They're all, unfortunately, no longer with us. So those will be big shoes to fill.
There's going to be some fill-ins. It's not going to be exactly what we had, but right. I'm here for it.
And my other thing is, are we going to get the first 3 seasons artwork? Or are we going to get Batman and Robin Adventures, which was technically the 4th season? Because I'm a fan of the original art from the first 3 seasons. Once we got into closer to Justice League, I wasn't a fan of how that looked. I didn't like the more the way Batman looked with the even broader chest and skinny legs, and then Joker was more plain. I wasn't very. I liked the stories, but I wasn't a fan of how they looked. So, are we gonna get original BTAS artwork, or are we gonna get the updated version, which I personally wasn't a fan of? I'll still watch it if this ends up happening. Even if Kevin Conroy does not come back, if Mark Hamill does not come back, I'm still gonna give it a shot because when Troy Baker and the guy who did the voice for Batman in Arkham Origins, they were good. They were close enough to Conroy and Hamill, so yeah, I either one way or another. If this ends up happening, I'm still gonna watch it. Those are just like minor concerns that I have, but I would really love it if Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, and I forgot. I think his name's Kevin Burnett.
We are going to have to make some concessions. Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, let me ask you this, guys. So let's say that Conroy doesn't agree to, be a part of it for contractual reasons or whatever. Should they or should they not continue the series?
All right, look, I know I just said we as fans need to make concessions, but that's one I'm not willing to make.
I would agree.
Sorry. Conroy is kind of a deal breaker on this one.
I agree. Yeah, if he's not a part of it, you need to call it something else.
I think that's where we as fans need to go out and say, nah, y'all need to get Conroy.
If it's not Conroy, I would be okay with Bruce Greenwood.
No.
Not me, but I might be okay with Diedrich Bader.
There are a lot of things I'll concede. Conroy's a deal breaker, but we'll see. We need to get moving on some other stories. So, Rick, you're up. What have you got this week?
I'm sorry with this.
Can I add one thing on the Batman real quick? I'm sorry,
yeah.
Ricardo.
I
just want to say, if they do this new series, I think it's an excellent opportunity to give, Robin and Batgirl and some other characters their own little, one-offs that could serve as a backdoor pilot to their own series on HBO Max. I'm just saying, let's think outside the box. Not every episode has to be Batman centered.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, let's focus on some of the Bat family. That's what's working in comics right now.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'd love to see more.
I would love to give Robin, or Nightwing a 2-episode or 3-episode arc where he gets to do his thing, and then maybe, like I said, he gets his own series after that if it gets a lot of positive fan feedback.
I would love a story with the Court of Owls.
Sure.
I mean, we could. The sky's the limit. Let's get the show back on the air first.
Right.
I would say if you're not a fan of Batman for whatever reason, you're crazy because this is going to be great. So you got some issues if you're not a fan of Batman. So okay.
Continue. Okay.
We got an awesome announcement earlier late last week. So this year from Tampa Bay at Raymond James Stadium, we're getting 2 nights. That's right. 2 nights again of WrestleMania 37 with, believe it or not, fans. Now, you're thinking, wait, what? 2 nights? Fans? There's a pandemic? Yes, I know. This is all crazy. This is what WWE has announced. They haven't announced ticket sales yet. They haven't announced exactly how that's going to work. But Stephanie McMahon did do an interview with TMZ Sports, of all things, and said, I'm thrilled and excited because hopefully this will be the first opportunity for us to have our fans back in attendance. That's the current plan. Of course, ticket information is not available yet because we're still trying to figure out all the machinations. So they're also keeping an eye on the Super Bowl, which is going to be February 7th, also from Tampa Bay at Raymond James Stadium. So they're kind of seeing how that's going to go because they will be having fans at the Super Bowl. So they're kind of taking a look at the NFL, see how they pull theirs off, and probably going to go from there to see how they can pull their own. WrestleMania this year will take place on April 10th and April 11th, a Saturday and a Sunday. The other big news about this is they also announced the next two WrestleManias, and WrestleMania 38 is coming back to our very own Arlington, Texas. That is right. We are getting WrestleMania 38 here at Cowboy Stadium again, April 3rd, 2022. I am so excited. I'm going to go again. And then the year after that, WrestleMania will go Hollywood. It's going to Inglewood, Los Angeles for WrestleMania 39 on April 2nd, 2023. Now, originally, WrestleMania was supposed to happen this year at Inglewood, but because California, it has a very strict closures right now because of the pandemic, they said, hey, let's put it back to Tampa and Florida where there's a lot less restrictions. Let's have them have their WrestleMania moment and then come back to LA in 2023. So thoughts, concerns?
I'm going to be honest. I mean, a lot of people are doing, New Japan. I watch New Japan Wrestling. They had their big Wrestle Kingdom event. Of course, it was done in a baseball stadium that is out. It's aired out to the outside. They couldn't have as many people in. Of course, they had to practice social distancing, and they pulled it off. But also, they don't have the COVID rate that we have in Japan. And also, the audience was banned from cheering, which was really weird.
Wait, what?
Well, didn't you? There was a sign floating around where people it was from a ride in Japan where people were laughing because it said, due to there's a pandemic raging, please don't scream on the ride. Please just scream inside your heart, which I think we're all doing anyway.
Oh my God.
But they were able to successfully do the event. I think I'd love to get back to normal. I don't know if April's going to be quite the time to do that, but I mean, yeah, I'm happy they're coming back to Dallas, but
I'm so excited.
As far as this other event, I don't know about that just yet. I wouldn't go.
No.
I would not go into a stadium with anywhere near over 100 people. So, yeah, we'll see if they're going to pull that off. Maybe things will be better by then. We're all hopeful for that. I want to get back to going to cons and movies and other events. So, yeah. I mean, the Inglewood thing, yeah, they just wanted to do it because they were supposed to, but they want to come back to Dallas. For one thing, this is where they had the most record-breaking audience for WrestleMania.
We're going to break the record again. Yes, we are.
Got that title
and I will be there.
And they're probably looking to recoup some money, but, we'll see. I'm happy they're coming back. Hopefully by next year, I expect things should be good. I don't know about this year, though.
I would rather go to a Nerf war battle with a bunch of people.
Now, I know AEW does have audience in attendance, but they are in an outside arena. If them people are willing to go and freeze and watch 5 hours of wrestling, I mean, it is Florida. How cold could it be? So
50 degrees.
Okay, so, we'll see. But as far as the Dallas thing, I'm happy, and I'll go to some of the events that happen around that time.
WrestleCon, baby. WrestleCon.
I would definitely check out some stuff. Probably not the big show because that's a lot of cash. But, yeah, I'm glad they're coming back to Dallas.
Jason, what you got?
Let's see here. Okay. All right. I'll go with this one. So Lord and Miller, who were responsible for the awesome movie that is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, well, back in March, they had a trailer for their next movie, which was called The Mitchells versus the Machines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now this was supposed to be bought by Sony, and we just kind of haven't heard anything. It was a good trailer. It's about a guy seeing his kids grow up right before his eyes and wanting to reconnect with them one last time. But in the meantime, a robot invasion happens and the robots take over and start tearing up everything. I love the look of this movie. I would love the trailer. I was all about this movie, but I was wondering what happened to it. Well, apparently it's now going to Netflix. And it's going back to its original title. It was not The Mitchells versus the Machines. It was called Connected. Because the deeper story is a father seeing his daughter grow up and, go out of life. And they're having one big event right before she goes off to college. if you haven't seen the trailer for Connected, which we might as well call it that now, go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's very funny. But it will be coming to Netflix now. Let me see. It will be released sometime later this year. They haven't had a firm release date yet, but this is from the team that brought us the awesome Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So already hearing that, I am on board. So yeah, not going to theaters anymore. Look for Connected to. I could have played some of the trailer. I didn't have it, but great animation. The jokes look funny. This movie, like I said, if you're just now hearing about this, because I was telling somebody else about it and they were like, I didn't hear about this movie, which that's kind of shocking actually. It's a really good trailer. So
I didn't hear about it. I didn't even know it was made by those guys, but now that you said it's made by the same guys who did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, this is Lord and Miller. Yeah, definitely. Bryce, did you see this trailer?
I did not.
See, I'm wondering what's going on with this. This is how movies don't do well in the theaters. Maybe it just wasn't advertised enough, and that could be a possibility, but definitely go check out the trailer for it. It's on YouTube right now for release sometime later this year. It's a great movie, but yeah, coming to Netflix. Fine, give me more movies that I can watch in the comfort of my home without having to go out there with people. I can't even toy hunt like I want to anymore. Anyway, so yeah, I should have played the trailer though. Great movie, go check it out. Bryce, you're up, bro.
Okay, let's see. Should we talk about the Canadian?
Yes, do that.
Okay. All right.
The Canadian.
No. I want to talk about the Irishman.
All right, then. I like the Irishman.
Talk about the Irishman. So apparently, during an interview, your favorite Qui-Gon Jinn let it be known that he was being pursued about revitalizing a certain iconic character from TV and film named Frank Drebin. And apparently Seth MacFarlane from Ted 2, where he's had experience with him in the past, Liam Neeson is being asked to be the new Police Squad Frank Drebin in a Naked Gun franchise. It's not a serious deal. We don't know if it's really going to happen, but that's something that Seth and Liam are talking about. It was stated matter of factly in an interview. There has been no formal announcement. Would you guys be interested in seeing a 70-year-old Liam Neeson play a straight delivering joke guy?
Yeah. Liam Neeson is great when he does humor. He's legit funny.
I know.
And honestly, I didn't know I wanted this. Here we go again. I didn't know I wanted this thing until it was told to me. I love those movies, man. Leslie Nielsen was a comedic genius, and we miss him every day.
Absolutely. Guys, from Robert Stack from Unsolved Mysteries and his Hollywood drama career and Leslie Nielsen's drama career, those were two guys that were picked by the Zucker brothers to do Airplane, and they were fantastic. You wouldn't have expected them to be delivering all these funny lines, but that's what Liam can do. He can follow in their footsteps.
And Leslie Nielsen was a great actor too. I mean, yeah, we kind of know him best from him doing comedic roles, but the man was a great actor. So Liam Neeson, I mean, hey, he can stop losing kids and having to go kill people and can make some comedy. Unlike that, right? Unlike tragic comedy where the kid's gone for like the fourth time. So I wanted those movies to go Taken and a prequel to be Taking and like a reboot Took. And just but no, I definitely could see Leslie Nielsen doing that. I mean, not Leslie Nielsen. I could see Liam Neeson doing that. They're both L and N. He does great comedy when he does it, man.
Yeah, he's funny on Family Guy.
Man,
he's done a couple of voiceovers, but
I'd love to see a screen test for this just to get a little taste.
Okay, yeah. So Bryce, first off, you played with my heart when you were saying Liam Neeson and Qui-Gon Jinn in the same sentence, because I'm like, No. Is he signed to come back as Qui-Gon Jinn? And then you come up with this police squad thing, and I my heart kind of broke there a little bit.
What, you didn't?
I've never seen police.
Liam Neeson is coming back for the Obi-Wan series.
Is that confirmed 100%?
That's confirmed.
How did I miss that?
I don't know. You heard his voice in the Rise of Skywalker.
I heard a lot of voices in that one too. Mace Windu and Qui-Gon and Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah, but Leslie Nielsen playing, oh man, and he does that deadpan voice really well too, just like that very matter-of-factly voice.
That reminds me from like Ted 1, where he has the box of tricks and he's like, are these really only for kids? And he's just like in this that Irish accent of his, and you're just like, what's going on? Like, what? And you just can't help but laugh because he's so like about it, but then he comes back and he's all beat up because he got beat up by a bunch of kids. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm on board with this, Bryce. As a movie, or what if it was like a 8 series show?
I mean, I'd be perfectly fine with that. I mean, that's how Leslie Nielsen's part originated, was in the Police Squad television series. So I'd be perfectly fine with that. Yeah.
Do I want this as a movie, or do I want this as like a mini-series show?
I'd be fine with it being a streaming show.
Yeah, I'd be fine with either, but I guess
I would actually.
Why don't you get it to me first?
Show, because I think you get more time with him on screen.
Yeah, I'd love for this to be a show. You would have to be shelling out some money for Mr. Neeson, but that's your problem, not mine.
All right.
I want it. I don't. If this actually becomes something, man, I'm on board with it. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, I agree.
And I know Liam listens to the show, so Mr. Neeson, sir, I don't want to have to take another one of your kids, man. You need to go do this show. Oh wait, that's actually a crime. Never mind. Anyway, can't be threatening to kidnap people over here.
Let's send this to the local authorities.
No. That's how them Capitol people got caught up. Anyway, Rick, tell us something, man.
All right, so it's been a great year for wrestling. I'm gonna go with another wrestling story just because I'm on a wrestling kick right now. So back in the day, we used to have territories. There used to be the AEW. I mean, not AEW, sorry, AWA, NWA, Georgia Championship Wrestling, WWF, all these territories, Memphis. We had the Von Erichs here in Dallas, all these other things. And then Vince McMahon came in. It was known as Black Monday. He bought out all these territories, took over the world. WCW almost put him out of business, and then he won. Until now. Why? Because the territories in a way are coming back. Recently, AEW has been doing some cross promotion with Impact Wrestling. 2 separate companies on 2 separate channels. But yet we have wrestlers crossing over into each other's shows. Mostly right now, AEW crossing over into Impact. We've only seen Don Callis from Impact come over to AEW thus far, but we've had Kenny Omega, Private Party, Matt Hardy, Jerry Lynn, and the one and only Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, show up on Impact. So we'll start off first with a pay-per-view that happened about 2 weeks ago called Hard to Kill. Kenny Omega, the Good Brothers, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, showed up in AEW, and then Kenny Omega showed up on the Hard to Kill pay-per-view to team with Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson because they all used to be part of Bullet Club. And here was the weirdest thing about that, because I saw clips of this show. They all came out wearing New Japan Bullet Club shirts, and Kenny Omega is the AEW champion. Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson are the Impact Tag Team champions. And it was like 3 promotions in one, and it was just I'm like, that doesn't happen. That's not supposed to happen. And of course, and then even more crazy was that the Elite, Omega, Gallows, and Anderson went over Rich Swann, Chris Sabin, and Moose, who are all part of Impact. They lost on their own pay-per-view to an outside promotion because Kenny Omega, the AEW champion, pinned Rich Swann, who is the Impact champion. And then this past Tuesday, Private Party shows up with Matt Hardy, and they take on Chris Sabin and James Storm, and they beat them to take on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson now on Impact. It's just getting crazy. I'm here for it. It is a great year for wrestling thus far. I'm excited. I want a Impact, AEW, New Japan like angle. I want like a tournament of the best wrestlers of each promotion take on each other. Just but Jason.
See, the thing is, this was commonplace back when wrestling was huge. Wrestling is not as huge as it was. Vince McMahon may have been successful in buying out all these territories and pilfering talent and everything, but it really killed the wrestling business. People would go to wrestling at the Sportatorium in Dallas on Thanksgiving to watch the Von Erichs and the Freebirds go at it. That's how super over wrestling was. Vince McMahon may have been the top player in the game, but he killed so many other promotions. But they would always raid other people's promotions. People could go from different promotions and work and get popular in those areas and then come back. It was like making a rotation. They don't have that anymore. So honestly, everybody's surprised by this. This is something that they did back in the day. They upped each other. They didn't work against each other. Like, sadly, the cutthroat man known as Vince McMahon has done. Yes, he's successful. Where is he now? Falling behind in the ratings, and you have two promotions that have nothing to do with each other and who are operating under a pandemic, but they are making money and they are causing buzz. Whereas WWE might be the biggest out there, but are they the best?
Not for a long time.
I think they haven't had to deal with competition for a while. And not only that, they're dealing with competition from two people that they are, in their opinion, that they're against. I love that other promotions are going to work with each other and not try to just cutthroat everybody. That's not the way the things work around here. And we're going to see, but I'm guessing what used to work is about to start working again. So to give you a little insight on AEW, last week, they did little over 700,000 views. This week they did they did over 800,000. NXT, which is WWE, the week before did little over 500,000. This week they barely went over 600,000. So there's still 200,000 viewers down. Now people can make a lot.
And NXT is the best of the three.
Now people can make a lot of predictions about what's going to happen in wrestling. I think we're all pretty much at a wait on this one, but I like, honestly, that companies are working together and not against each other because they can only elevate each other. So
yeah,
as long as they're setting this standard, I'd like to see it spread.
I'm excited for all this. I get excited on Wednesdays because it's like, oh, what's gonna happen this week?
Let's either work together or one of us has got to go.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Bring back Georgia Championship Wrestling with
there you go,
Kamala the Ugandan Giant and Chris Parsons.
Kamala passed on. We miss him.
Oh
yeah, this year it was this year too.
Last year.
Bummer.
Was it last year? Oh, anyway.
2020. It's 2021.
Well, screw. Oh, I'll shut up. Still 2020 to me. It's just the first month.
Fair.
Anyway.
Fair.
All right, let's see. So back to this one, because we're running out of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my my begging and pleading. So internet, I come to you with my hat in my hand. There are two things that I love in this world. I love Legos. And I love Metroid. the popular Nintendo game, which also Nintendo, where's my damn game for Switch? I'm waiting. But to you good people out there of the internet, you kings and queens, I come to you begging that you go over to Lego Ideas and please vote for the next Lego idea, which is a Metroid set of Samus Aran and her ship and various Metroids and aliens and even a Dark Samus figure. Yes, this recently went up on Lego Ideas. I'm going to go to the big shot here, and I think I love it. And I want you people out there to help this happen. Here, there's another image of the ship as it breaks open. And I think I love this. I do. Lego Ideas, of course, where other creators can get things made that will actually end up on the shelves. We've seen it happen with the Back to the Future DeLorean, the Ecto-1 was one that was successful in there, James Bond's Aston Martin. So these are just creative ideas from people like you, like me, that just want their dream to be shown in Lego. So won't you good people of the internet help a dream come true? Please? Go over to Lego Ideas and vote for this set to be made. I mean, they've made a Nintendo set that was super expensive, and it was a Super NES console that sold out quickly, and I didn't get that, but you'll see me complaining about, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Somebody sounds good.
Back over to Lego Ideas. Please vote for the Samus Aran and her ship Metroid set on Lego Ideas. And no, they didn't pay me for this. I just love Legos and I love Metroid. So won't you help my dream, this good creator's dream come true? Make his set a reality. I thank you. But seriously, I want this. This could possibly hit stores as soon as December. If it wins.
Wait, you said on legosidea.com?
It should be on Lego Ideas. I'll put a link in the chat. But yeah, we've seen like the Saturn V rocket, Doctor Who, that TARDIS set that started out as an idea. So the International Space Station, I believe, was a Lego idea, and that's a super popular set. There's more images as well, but oh man, yeah, the Back to the Future set, Animal Crossing apparently was an idea on there. So, like I said, we need to help this person's dream come true. He worked hard on this. And I want it. There.
Does Minecraft have a Lego set?
Does what?
Minecraft.
Oh, absolutely. There's plenty of Minecraft sets.
Okay. I thought so.
I mean, and really, a Minecraft Lego set was kind of a no-brainer. Let's face it.
Right.
That's good stuff. But, let's see. The user's name is El Diego. And he had submitted the design to Ideas. Go to ideas.lego.com. And then, he's got 10,000 supporters. Yes. Yeah. I can see my words have reached you, internet. There is a big Ridley that comes along with it. Oh, wait, no, this is going to be a set. It's gotten the required amount to become a set. If it gets up to 66,000 supporters, we're going to get another tier unlocked. And then there's another tier at 88,000. So
there's one at 7,000.
I need this.
How do I vote?
Make it happen.
I'm trying to vote. Oh, I have to log in.
Yeah, go log in.
I'll sign up later.
Yeah, okay. Just don't forget it. Go do it. Anyway. Thank you very much. I appreciate you hearing my plea for personal enjoyment. I want this set. I saw Metroid and Lego and I was like, oh, please. Can
I get a portrait of Solitude?
I mean, why not? Actually, I'm surprised. Considering they have the license for DC Heroes, I'm actually surprised that's not a thing by now.
Right?
That's not even an idea set. That's a put it on the shelf. Oh man,
yeah.
All those nice clear Legos too.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bryce, you might need to get on the horn with Lego on that one and go like, hey, excuse me, why not? Why is this not a thing yet? They don't have those phones anymore. They don't.
Oh, okay.
Did you see the video of the lady trying to show her granddaughter how a rotary phone worked?
No.
It's hilarious, man. The kid cannot figure out. She's like, wait a minute, how do you push the numbers in? It's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Go check it out. Anyway, Bryce, you're up. Give us another story.
Well,
your Lego website crashed my computer.
It's that powerful. Anyway.
Wow. Well, I'm sure Paramount would be interested to know if they could get a lot of people crashing their new streaming platform they've announced that is going to take over for CBS All Access come March the 2nd. So Paramount Plus is going to have your Star Trek Discovery and your Star Trek Lower Decks. And of course, the new series, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, with Anson Mount, who is Captain Pike, and Ethan Peck, who is Spock, and Rebecca Romaine, who is number 1. Guys, this is going to be interesting. They are adding all sorts of additional content to this website, or I'm sorry, the streaming platform. It's not just going to be what CBS All Access had with all the CBS properties, but they're also bringing in BET, Nickelodeon, and there's something I'm forgetting, but there's also going to be MTV product, including Ricardo. I think you'll be interested in this, perhaps. MTV used to do a great series called Behind the Music.
Ooh.
And I love those little documentaries about bands yesterday and today. And
I'd watch
they're
it.
talking about bringing that back and revisiting that series.
Oh, there's a show we need. Yeah.
Yep. That was a great show. So that is going to start. It's going to transfer everything over as of March the 2nd for Canada and US viewers. We don't know about international, what's going to happen there yet. It hasn't been announced. What also has not been announced is if there's going to be a price increase for CBS All Access / Paramount Plus.
Why am I just now hearing about Paramount Plus?
I think it was
They
just
announced it like 2 days ago, I think.
Oh, okay. Because I have
just announced.
Yeah, because I bought CBS All Access mainly because of the guy down there in the corner over here, that corner, and saying Star Trek Discovery was great, which is now why I have a CBS All Access pass. But damn.
I mean, season 2 of Star Trek Discovery made me extremely happy with the Strange New Worlds aspect of Pike, number 1, and Spock. And I cannot wait for that show to debut. And I don't know about you guys, but I've really enjoyed Lower Decks as well. So there's a lot to look forward to.
I mean, with any streaming service, we want to get as much out of it as we can. And I think a lot of the ones that are out there, like HBO Max, I mean, I watch several shows on there. CBS All Access. I'm watching Twilight Zone. Actually, sure. I honestly want to say that CBS All Access is probably what I'm watching a lot of my stuff on right now.
It has a lot of good content.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched, it's up there. But I mean, of course, all the Star Trek shows, everything Star Trek I've watched on there. What was Reno 911 on? That was on HBO.
That was Comedy Central.
Yeah, but what's it on now? They rebooted the series and it went.
I want to say Amazon Prime, but I could be wrong.
Okay, but anyway. Yeah, I've watched a ton of shows on CBS All Access, even some old classic stuff. Like I've gone back and watched some classic Twilight Zone on there. So maybe this is we were talking earlier about Top Gun. This is how Paramount's going to get their movies out.
Yeah. It can definitely happen. Yeah. And if you want to revisit the Rugrats, here's your chance. Come March 2nd.
Hey. Nickelodeon is going to be a huge seller for that.
Oh, yeah.
I want Rocket Power. Give me Rocket Power back.
You'll probably get it.
You're going to get it. I'll bet.
So, wow. They're really trying to be a contender now. And it's Paramount Plus? Really?
That's what they're calling it.
They didn't want anything else besides Plus? There might be somebody else out there using the Plus at the end for their streaming service. Come on, guys. Come on.
You mean the one with ears?
No kidding. I'm sure Disney is somewhere like, call the lawyers. They think we're playing with them. I'm all for it, especially if it's an outlet for them to get their movies out, which I think a lot of people are seeing the success that Disney and HBO are having, and they're kind of like, that's some money I kind of want. All right, well,
yeah.
I'm all for it. Price increase. How much are we paying for CBS All Access right now? It's like $6.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could probably go a little higher on it, like $1 or $2, like $2.
You're gonna have to go. I'll bet at least $2 higher.
Okay,
eventually.
I'll pay $2, but $3 I ain't doing. $3 is a deal breaker.
No, when they release the new season of Twilight Zone, I bet you can change your mind.
Probably. I love that show.
And I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss Ethan Peck as Spock.
No, I'm not. I'll watch that just for Pike, man. I love Pike.
Me too.
All right, Rick, you get the last story of the night, and then we're going to close this thing out. What you got?
I'm gonna end with something really inspirational and awesome.
Yeah, you should.
So yesterday, during the inauguration, we had 22-year-old Amanda Gorman read a poem that has gotten a lot of praise from a lot of people. She's been on CNN. She's been doing interviews for Good Morning America. She got praise from my hero Lin-Manuel Miranda because she used a couple of quotes from a little-known musical known as Hamilton. And a lot of people kind of caught those references. Like sitting under your own vine and fig tree. But something I did not know till earlier today, which I will pre-order after the show. But Amanda Gorman's actually having 2 books that are coming out later this year, and both are number 1 and number 2 on Amazon's pre-order list right now. These books, which are called The Hill We Climb poems, which will have, including the poem that she read at the inauguration, and Change Sings, a child's anthem, which is going to be a children's book. Both will drop on September 21st of this year, but both are number 1 and number 2 on Amazon after one day, and are also number 1 on Barnes & Noble as well on their top sellers pre-sale list. She is 22 years old.
I think let's spend a little bit of time talking about Miss Gorman.
Please.
I did watch the inauguration. It's a good event. I thought the presentation was awesome. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. When they get to the speech, the poem part, I'm like, whatever. It's pomp, it's circumstance, it's going to happen. Let's just get that over with. This young lady's words, I felt. It was a beautiful poem, and it immediately made me want to go out and go, who is this young woman? Why is she so talented? And why am I just now hearing about her? At 22 years of age, I'm going to be honest with you. Hearing her poem, it made me feel like I felt when I was a kid listening to Maya Angelou. I felt those words in my heart, and I thought it was beautiful. And at 22 years of age, the world is completely open for this very talented young lady. If you do yourself a favor, politics aside, go listen to this poem. It's beautiful. It's great.
So Oprah tweeted, I have never been prouder to see another young woman rise. Brava, brava at them in the Gorman. Maya Angelou is cheering, and so am I.
Oh, wow.
And then during one of her interviews, she said she overcame the fear by drawing confidence from former President Barack Obama and Martin Luther King Jr. and practicing songs from the Broadway musical Hamilton. This young woman is, even at 22, with that poem of how powerful it was, it gives you hope.
I think anytime someone's words can inspire you, then they've accomplished something great. And it was definitely an inspiring piece. Go watch it. And as far as one of those pre-orders for that book is one of mine. So just letting you know.
$20.
Yeah. $20. I can support this young lady and hope that she has a long and talented career. So yeah.
Did you get a chance to listen to this, Bryce?
I did not get a chance to see yesterday's poetry that she recited, that she wrote herself. However, I have seen her on YouTube before, and I was very impressed with what she can do, and she delivers it in such an extraordinary way that it is amazing what she can do with her own words. Yeah, she can definitely make you stand and get fixated on what she's saying.
Definitely. So I wish her nothing but the best, and I can certainly say that is a career I'm going to be following.
Definitely. So if you guys want to pre-order, you can go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble. The book is called The Hill We Climb Poems. And then the other book is called Change Sings, a Children's Anthem, which is going to be a kid's book. Both are now available for pre-order and will come out September 21st of this year. So, yeah, powerful, amazing. It's just, like you said, Jason, I want to be following this career definitely.
Now, I know I said I was going to give the last story to Ricardo, but this is actually one I'm going to share between all of you because I want your opinions on this.
Okay.
A little bit of breaking news that we got. We found out that the first trailer for Kong versus Godzilla will drop this Sunday. They moved the date up for this movie. I'm all for it. We're pretty much all giant monster fans here. And look at that poster. Ooh boy. Ooh. Kong was only going to get bigger. That's right. So, right now, who wins? Because this says one will fall. Gentlemen, place your bets. Ricardo?
King Kong, because he's got opposable thumbs.
Bryce?
Give me Godzilla yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
My pick is the true king, Godzilla.
Ha!
Yeah.
He is the king of all monsters.
Exactly. The real king.
Yes,
this
he is.
usurper that has somehow swam his way from Skull Island and he's just gone back.
Hey, kings fall.
Let's all keep it real. In the battle of the giant monsters in a movie, the real winners are us.
Yes.
If the one thing that I'd love to see them continue with this Godzilla and this Kong movie, those two movies, they got right into it with the monsters. Not that first one, but the second Godzilla movie and Kong and the Skull Island movie, they got right to the giant monsters. Okay? With Godzilla King of the Monsters, we could have done less humans. With this movie, less humans.
Yes.
Less humans. All we need is humans going, oh God, run, there's a giant monkey and a giant lizard, run. That's all I need from humans. I don't care. What can they do? What can they do? They can run and hide. Let the big boys fight. Let them fight.
We can see the humans getting squished underneath their feet.
Yeah, they need to run. Y'all don't need to be anywhere near giant monsters. Go away. Let them fight. So
hold up, Jason. You said a trailer's dropping Sunday, right?
Yeah. Oh God, here he goes. I know what this is going.
Did it last week? Didn't you say were we getting another trailer? Like on Friday
I would like to
last week?
say that though I have my sources, they failed me. We did get some images from the Mortal Kombat movie, which will be releasing in theaters and on HBO Max. I'm excited for it still, but
where's my trailer?
Yeah, I was wrong. I
will send you my demo.
Hang on. I thought your reliable source remembered your raisin cookies. He remembered you.
Yeah, I had a reliable source, but we've talked. Decisions were done, so Yeah, that we said it was a light news week, and anyway, I was wrong. I will say it publicly. I was wrong, but I'll be right. I will be right eventually. So there. I'm only wrong for a little while. I'll leave it at that.
And you're gonna be wrong when Godzilla loses and King Kong wins.
I'm ready for this trailer. Bring it on, and bring on the Battle of the Monsters.
Hey,
Ricardo.
Yes, sir.
I want to go ahead and send you my condolences in advance when we all know that Kong will fall backwards and land on his back and hurt himself.
Oh, that's gonna be a lot of burning fur, isn't it?
Alrighty.
A lot of burning hair, man.
I see you. We'll see what happens in March.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I'm gonna see. Ooh, and then ooh, atomic breath.
More bananas for me.
Beat your chest to that. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, that has been our show. Thank you guys for joining us out there in Super Cool Nerd Nation. We will be back next Thursday with another show. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of streaming this weekend. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of Phoenix Immortals Rising Friday night. Hope you'll join us for that. Of course, go check out the new channel, Alternate Heads. We were able to finally name that channel. So yeah, we're splitting things up. We're diversifying around here. So go check it out. And if you want to follow us, go ahead and follow us at SCNS Live on Instagram and Twitter, and on Facebook.com/SCNS Live. Of course, like this video and subscribe. You can follow me personally at JasonTheX on Instagram and Twitter. Rick, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram under NerdyRick89. That is spelled NERDYRIC89. There's no K in my name. You can find me there. I'm doing a 365-day challenge. I'm also trying to post more about local businesses. Today, I got to check out Dallas Silk Art. It is a company that does marbling. Go check out my post from today. It is really cool. Their official opening is February 13th. They're doing a Galentine's event. They are located at Grandscape here in the Colony. Go check them out. Tell them I sent you. It is a lot of fun. I will post, there's pictures on there of what it is. So yeah, shout out to them and support local businesses, guys. Shop local, eat local, drink local.
All right.
And I want to say that we need to support local musicians. Myself and Rick are very big into vinyl and music and playing music in our homes. So I just want to shout out to this group. They are Batman fans, and they are Canadians, and they are local.
Hey.
And they are called Nite, Nite. And I highly recommend you check out their vinyl and their CDs. You can find them at wearethenight.com. That's NITE.com, wearethenight.com. They've got great songs called Pretending to Be and Sleepless Through the Night. I highly recommend you check it out. You can find me on social media at Bryce Culver on Facebook and Instagram. And you can find Nite also on Instagram and Facebook under We Are the Night or Nite, Nite. Check them out. Thanks for watching.
All right. Well, with that, guys, we will see you all next week. Stay safe out there. And as we always say, keep on nerding.
Keep on nerding. USA. USA. USA.
Godzilla's going to be